There's relatively few new things that happen in federal tax law and asset protection laws, but this is one of them. And it's called the Series LLC. So Google Series LLC, and after that put a dash and put the state you live in. Series LLC Texas, Series LLC Nevada, and see what comes up. A lot of stuff will come up, and you want to take a look at this. Now here are two examples. A guy owns a company, and he has 100 vehicles in the company, and they're all owned by the company. And he has drivers, and they're driving in the state that's called intrastate, and they're driving across state lines, so they're interstate. So you got 100 vehicles owned by a company that is also the operating company, and he's got property and casualty insurance, he's got truck insurance and car insurance, and he may have an umbrella, and they're all owned by one company, and he has a rollover, and 6 people die. And so now there's a wrongful death suit against the owner of the vehicle and the operator of the company for 6 people. The driver's killed, the passenger's killed, the 4 in the back are killed. And he submits the claim to his insurance carrier. His insurance carrier says, we will defend you, but we're not going to guarantee we're going to pay the claim. And now they're trying to do everything they can to handle the defense and not pay the claim. It's called a reservation of rights letter. Well, that could have been avoided. And it goes the same way for real estate. I had a guy that owned 85 pieces of real estate. Now, he tried to help by putting each one or a combination of them into separate limited liability companies. But what's new on the block is I took the 100 vehicles, I formed a Series LLC in the state where he was located, it was Texas, and I created a Series cell, a cell for each vehicle, transferred each vehicle into the cell, and the next rollover was confined to that cell. And when he paid his premium, the experience rate didn't go to all 100, it went to each cell. So his premiums came down 20%, and the next accident he had confined to that cell by statute. So the Series is ideal if you own stuff, multiple things of stuff. And it is simply ideal because instead of having a tax return for each entity, you have one tax return to the Internal Revenue Service, and if your state has a state income tax or state corporate tax, one tax to the taxing authority. And this puppy works great. So if you've got multiple pieces of property, you've got multiple vehicles, it is great for you. It's called a Series LLC host and a Series LLC cell. And we can have separate federal ID numbers for each cell. We can have separate bank accounts. We can have separate ownership of the cells. But the statute says a cell cannot contaminate another cell. A cell cannot contaminate the host. The host cannot contaminate any of the cells. None of that exists outside of the Series LLC transaction. You really need to look at this if you own multiple pieces of real estate, multiple investment deals, multiple LLCs or limited partnerships or corporations. This is ideal for you. It will save you money. It will protect you and your assets, and it will contain liability. It's relatively new. And even those states that don't even recognize it give you a way to take advantage of it. For example, Connecticut, New York, California, amongst a number of states don't recognize Series. But they say if you set up a Series in a state that does recognize it, all you have to do is domesticate the host into the local state, and you get the same thing as if you were in Texas or Nevada or other states like that. So it's brand new, but it's something you should be looking at. Thank you very much.